You know when your dad and I would do the show together, this is when he just jumped in the water with the crocodile to show you not what to do. Really? Show you what not to do. Yeah.
That's nuts, isn't it? Just to jump in there with it.
Just jump in.
While he's coming out.
Yeah.
That's right. No, here we go.
You've been in the water.
Come on. Come on, guys. What do you reckon? Jump in with it. Yeah? Yeah, it'll be fine. I'm 18 now. I should be alright. No, jokes aside, this is a very silly thing to do. Being in the water with a croc is a recipe for disaster. What you'll notice, even with a really crazy croc like Scrappa, he doesn't come out 100 miles an hour. He waits and he watches. Come on, boy. Come on, mate. Now, as he starts to make his way out, this is a good sized croc, but he's not making a ripple on the surface. He remains the unseen predator, and he focuses in on the vibrations that I send out. Now, crocs are territorial, so me being in his territory, he doesn't like it. Not at all, and it gets him pretty grumpy. Now that he's really grumpy, you got yours, mate?
Oh, thanks. Okay, scream and run. Yeah, my technique is what you should always do. Scream and run, or just run. Just run. Look, still alive. He's over there. Robert, you get him across the creek and save your mother. Okay, get him. Good boy.
Good boy. Thanks, mate. Now, see if we can show you another strike here with Scrappa from the water's edge. Now, keep in mind, he can hit that back fence there. Oh, how's that? In one motion. See how fast that strike is. From about the base of his tail to the tip of his nose, it's lightning quick. Now, we'll see if we can get him back in the water. Now, when Scrappa closes his jaws and he decides to really put on the power, he can clamp down with upwards of 3,000 pounds per square inch closing jaw pressure. So whatever he grabs, it's not coming out again. Now, what do you reckon, boy? You okay with your water?
Yeah, just get really close to him. That seems smart.
So Scrappa's playing this game here called Come Closer. Really fun game if you only play it once. Now what we want to show you next is a pretty cool technique that crocs can use.
Oh no, just
don't come on land. Now it's called the tail walk. This is where they'll come up vertically out of the water. And Mum's going to show us that one.
So it's really cool. Crocodiles can come out of the water nearly their whole body length to catch things above the surface of the water. So that's why you don't want to be on a limb over the water in crocodile territory in case he's just underneath. So I've seen them actually catch fruit bats flying over. They can catch a bird. They can grab stuff off a limb. It's a pretty cool technique. Come here, Scrappa. Don't come around and walk up the ramp. Good boy. Okay, right here. It's sushi, baby. Oh yeah, good boy. I love that. Now we've got his very favorite. It's a rat burger.
Fresh from Crikey Cafe, may I add?
It's not fresh.
Your rat burger. Call them chicken burgers,
Don't
actually.
call them chicken burgers, Robert. Okay, here we go. Whoa, good boy. Woo-hoo-hoo. That was awesome. Okay, now, Robert, he's blowing bubbles because he's really angry. So you see if you can get him out, and I will show you my technique of running away.
Now what I want to do here is try and dispel a bit of a myth. Even though Scrappa is one of the fastest crocs at the zoo, I can still easily run backwards quicker than he can come forwards. Hey boy, you want some chicken? What do you reckon? Now Scrappa knows that I've got to get a little bit closer, but as you can see, he's come out on land, he stops, good boy, grabs his chicken, and he's not quite as quick in the water and at the water's edge. That's where he's dynamite. But out on land, I'll put my money where my mouth is. I can sit down in front of Scrappa, and I know I've got enough time to get out of his way. In fact, I reckon I can even lay down in front of him. Yeah, not for very long, but you can see Scrappa, he makes no attempt to come and get me. But if I get further away from him and start to approach his water, have a look at the difference. Instantly, Scrappa, he's got to defend his territory. And his territory is in the water and at the water's edge once again. So don't do what you've seen us do here today. don't go swimming in crocodile territory, don't overhang the water, and always stay at least 4 or 5 metres back from the water's edge. If you follow those simple rules, you'll be just fine. Crocodiles, they're a very misunderstood animal. People think they're just, running around trying to eat you. It's not the case. We can coexist with crocs, and it's vital for us to keep us safe, and also for croc conservation. We've got to stop this stigma that they're these man-eating monsters. They are vitally important, and an animal that if we lose crocs, if we lose that apex predator, everything else is going to suffer. I reckon that it's just about time. What do you reckon, Scrappa? That we get Scrappa really fired up with something a little bit bigger. And he doesn't know it's coming, but we'll see how we go. I want to try and give you an idea of how crocodiles work.
He's leaving.
In the wild. Where are you going, Scrappa?
He's going home now.
Where are you going?
He made a New Year's resolution. He's on a diet. He can't afford to eat a lot more fatty meat.
How many points?
Or maybe he can.
I think he can. All right, now, let's see if we can show you that nice wild behaviour with Scrappa.
He's over there.
Come on, mate.
That's a boy.
Come on, Scrap. Good boy. All right, now you notice here, hey, good boy. When he really locks onto target, he'll shut his eyes and he'll actually become that unseen predator. Thanks, mate. So, I'll hand over to you, Mum, and we'll see how he goes with a nice big piece of pig.
I love this crocodile, mostly because Robert's doing all the feeding. It's really great. Yeah, Scrappa, you go get him, good boy. So when a croc launches a strike from the water's edge and they grab that food item, they instinctively try to take it back into the water because they know that's where they can drown an animal very quickly. So Robert's tied a rope to this piece of meat so he can simulate a struggling animal, and this is absolutely Scrappa's favorite part of the day. So he's like, yeah, let me show you who's gonna win this game of tug of war, buddy. So he's got a hold of that food. Oh, violent head shake. He's gonna try to, death roll, you little ripper. We have a death roll. They'll roll an animal off its feet to drown it very quickly. That's how they can drown something a lot bigger than they are. They can grab a big scrubber bowl and pull it down in the water and just spin it off its feet and drown it really quickly. He is rolling again. Scrappa, you're stuck. There you go. There you go. You did 2 rolls. I'm so proud of you. That takes a lot of energy. Look at that. He's just like, and now I'm on a Disney ride. This is really cool.
All right, we're cutting.
That's awesome. Man, he's a great croc. Good job, Robert. That was fantastic.
Come on, you Scrappa.
Scrappa, you've got teeth like a plesiosaur, buddy. And you've got that little piece of string to floss. That's why your teeth are shiny. Yes, they are. You're so beautiful. Scrappa's now not attacking because I'm talking and he's listening to my voice. If I can keep talking quickly enough, I know that since he's a male, he can only do one thing at a time. But if I'm quiet, I'm in danger. Scrappa, you're not going to eat me. I'm a no Brandy. Don't eat it, Brandy. Okay, he's going to majestically head home now. Look at him.
He is.
He's like, look at me, you guys. I just killed that. I won. It's so cool here in the Crocoseum because the crocodile always wins. You know, you play tug of war. He overpowers what he thinks is a little animal and eats it. He's like, yeah, look at me. I'm really cool. I love crocodiles so much. He's a very special croc because he scares me a lot. Let's see if he's going to head all the way home. The crocodiles here at Australia Zoo have a very good lifestyle, but in the wild they do it really tough. People really misunderstand crocodiles. When we were up doing our croc research on the Wenlock River at the Steve Irwin Wildlife Reserve, we actually found a crocodile that had recently been shot. And we've been working with Crime Stoppers and the people of the township in Weipa, offering a $10,000 reward for whoever took that crocodile's life, which is, of course,
Doesn't move.
Back in the Croc and tail.